Hey, welcome back to the car shop. My name is Jimmy Prater. My car closed. That's what I am. I close and close and close. I close car deals. You do the same thing if you really think you are a closer. If you really think that you want to make some gross, that's what you got to do, right? See, we recognize that there are two closes in a sale. You close what? The product, and then you close the figures, right? You close the product, you close the figures. You close the damn product, and then you close the damn figures. And listen to me. I say it 3 times so you remember. Now, I don't know what it is, but some of these metropolitan areas, these conglomerate car dealers that just, they swarm to these metropolitan areas. They think they're better than the rural areas. The rural area Chevy stores or the rural area Honda stores, Toyota, doesn't matter what brand you got. I mean, Jeep's doing well, right? It don't matter what area you are. They think because you're in a metropolitan area, your customers are more educated. Think about that. Your customers are smarter. So what it is, that's an excuse for you as a leader in your dealership to tell your salespeople it's okay to give a car away because these customers are smarter than you. The customers know more about the car business than you. See, people buy from people, right? People buy from people. And if we already recognize that there's 2 closes in a sale, meaning you close the product. Let's say this, you got your sales process. You know that you have a sales process. Everybody teaches or trains on a sales process. And you know what? The bottom line is when it all comes down to it, all the sales processes are all the same. It's just, it would be nice if you could minimize the steps so the salespeople can remember it. I mean, come on. You don't have to have 21 steps. This is not AA. What we're trying to do is we're just trying to make it more efficient and then merge it into the close. You know, it's like this. My daughter at 14 years old, her and I butted heads. We butted heads all the time. And I felt like the world's worst parent. So one day I said, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. And I went to the bookstore. And I went to a section where I thought maybe there would be a book to help me. And then that book, I saw one on the spine of the book, and it said, How to Be a Better Parent. That's what I need. I pulled it out and I read it. Now, I only got one thing out of this book, and that was to listen. Just to listen. Listen to whatever your child has to say. At the same time, it made me a better salesperson because I started listening to the customer. Now, I told that story to several customers, and I got better at telling the story. So the customers already said or thought or was thinking, wow, this guy I want to buy a car from because I told a sentimental, true story. See, if you tell a sentimental, true story, you get better at it and better at it, better at it, and you incorporate it into your sales process, you will increase your gross. Salespeople, listen up. I'm an advocate for you. Whatever you could do to increase your profits, your gross profit in your deal, you should do it. If people buy from people, they buy from people that have a heart, that are sentimental, that told them something personal. You've got to tell people that stuff. You got to pick a story that's something that's going on in your life, that went on in your life, and get good at it. Get great at it. And the more you tell the story, the better you're going to be at it, and it's going to flow. Now, I'm not saying to put it at the very beginning of the sale or the end of the sale. Find a spot during the sale where it fits. So you know what? I got to tell you this story. And then you go into it. Now, closers, when you go in and close the figures, you do the same thing. Because the first thing as a closer, when you're going in to close the figures, what is it? You've got to know everything there is to know about the customer. In other words, you got to have the intel. You don't go in blind, even though we all have done that. It's 50-50 when you go in blind. But if everybody gets on the same page as a process, a sales process leads into a closing process, hey, it can work out. It can work out. Now, salespeople, I'm an advocate for you in several ways. I want you to have a better pay plan. But just because you have a better pay plan doesn't mean you're going to make gross all the time. So you got to continue to train and train and train. Nothing happens until something moves. So you got to start moving to a direction to educate yourself. Move it to a direction that you can say, hey, listen, I'm a better salesperson because I just learned something new. And I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna train and I'm gonna train and I'm gonna train. That's what this car sharker is all about. The car sharker is all about training and closing. Grossing. We gotta gross. That is what the car sharker is all about. Now, I know there's a lot of areas in the country, a lot of these car dealers, conglomerates, they get together and they start believing the rhetoric. Oh, the business has changed. The business has not changed. You changed. You conformed to an ideology of how this business wasn't originated in. I know what you're thinking. Well, things change. No, I know they do. I understand that. But you still have a product and you have a consumer and you got to close them on the damn product. Stop being naive. You know, it's really funny. On all the social media platforms that run across a car sharker video, you get it. You always get somebody, man or woman, it doesn't matter who you are, but they want to say some smart aleck comment, and they won't put on their profiles or where they work, who they are, or anything else, because they don't have the confidence. See, the car sharker, I'm Jimmy Prater, right? The car sharker has the confidence to talk and be an advocate and fight for what they believe in. That's what I do. Whether it's right or wrong to you, I could do it. You're not going to shut me up. You're not going to shut me up. I don't care how big you are, how strong you are. You're not going to shut me up. I don't get intimidated. I don't care. Come forward and get knocked out. It's okay. I don't get intimidated. I'm not weak-minded. And I want to pass my strengths on to salespeople. That's what I do. And I learn from other salespeople because there's three greatest attributes of being a salesperson or closer, which is all the same, right? Because when you close the product, you're a closer of the salesperson, right? The salesperson's the closer of the product. And then the figures, you got the closer of the figures. And the three attributes are what? Number one, listening, attitude, and appearance. And you can put them in any order. See, I listened to my daughter. I say it 3 times so you'll listen and you'll understand and you'll absorb it and take it in. And I listen to my customers. I do. I listen to my customers. I don't lay down for anybody. I don't lay down because I'm in a metropolitan area or a area where they have a college town. Oh, they're just smarter here. They're just smarter here. If you believe that, then you don't have the street smarts to be in the business. Salespeople, that's what you are. You're street smart. You're a closer. You're in this business because you're here to make money, not to go through just the process. We have the sales process. Every store has a sales process. But do you have any flavor to put towards it? Because if people buy from people, why are they buying from you? They're buying from you with emotion. Okay, you're going to give them some theater. You're going to start putting you know what? You're an actor. Go sign up and get your actor's card, your guild card, and be an actor. Okay, that's who you are. and the knowledge you know about the product, the knowledge you know about the figures, and you just sell yourself. If anybody gets in your way, don't let them get in your way. Don't let them get away. If you're working in a store that is not allowing you to hold back on a trade 150%, you gotta go. Because that's how you make money. Holding back on trades. You're gonna make money holding back on trades. If the dealer's not allowing you to hold back on the trade, you gotta go. That's your gross. When you're bumping them a down payment, get every damn dime from them. You know what? If you got a handgun and you put it towards the customer and say, listen, let's just go to the bank, okay? Let's go to the bank. We're going to take all your damn money out of your savings account. Oh, you got a 401k? Let's get that money too. I mean, that's just saying. You got to take the money. You got to get the money. Salespeople, you're street smart. Get the money. All right, if you like anything in this video, go ahead, like it and share. If you're watching this on YouTube, right down there, you see it? There's an icon, a little sharky icon. Click it. Subscribe. Hit the little bell button, because every time I upload a new video, it goes ding-a-ling-a-ling in your email. Yeah, you get a notification. Now do yourself a favor. My name is Jimmy Prater. Go close something. Yeah!